What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfella. We back with the boxing clinic. Y'all know what it is. Back on that boxing grind, always working. And stepping in this afternoon with a breakdown prediction video. Jorge Linares taking on Gesta, Mercito Gesta, however you pronounce his name, from the Philippines. And you probably seen Gesta before on TV. He's not with Freddie Roach. When he lost with Miguel Vasquez, I don't think he was with Freddie Roach yet. And this is gonna be an entertaining card. I think it's an action card. It might be a huge talent gap between Batiste and Kiram, but we don't know because Kiram is virtually unknown. Hasn't fought in this level. And Gesta is we know him. I know most of the hardcore and purist fans know him. He lost to Miguel Vasquez, and Miguel Vasquez is definitely tough to beat. We know Josh Taylor just stopped him, but before that, he was unbeaten. He had a controversial decision versus Canelo, and they ran him back. Canelo beat him. He's from Guadalajara, and Vasquez. And Augusta, he's ripped off a few wins since then. Linares, he's been stopped a few times in his career. And Augusta does have some power, very raw. And with Freddie Roach, hopefully Freddie Roach is, kind of molding him to be a little bit more technical than what he has been. He's from the Philippines as well, Augusta. And, we're just going to do an unconventional breakdown video. Augusta is it's a solid athlete. He's not no Pacquiao. But he has a generic Pacquiao style. He's a southpaw. He like to jump in with the left hand. He like to jump in with punches at will. But he's not he's athletic, but he ain't super fast, twitchy athletic. But he does have some power. And Linares is very familiar with Freddie Roach in the gym. Freddie Roach claimed that Pacquiao iced him. Also, he sparred Broner back when Broner was around his weight. And Broner, I heard, destroyed him in sparring as well. That was from Peter Quillen, said Broner was just on another level at the time. But Linares seemed to be in his groove right now. Even though he might be a little older, he's experienced. I think he knows his limitations. He knows how to protect his weakness, which is, his facial scar tissue and his jaw sometimes. If Gusta's going to win this fight, he's going to have to be more aggressive. He's like one of those guys that like to just paw on the outside and wait for the perfect opportunity to come in. And when he don't get that perfect opportunity, he gets a little sloppy and he loses all technique and jumps in. And one of the highlights versus one of the guys, Horn or something like that, dropped him with an uppercut. And basically a good boxer that's a good boxer and that can counterpunch and kind of can see the punches can outbox this guy easily. Even probably with Freddie Roach, with him trying to adjust some of the things. He's just a guy that just, wants to jump in and work and jump in with left hands and he throw a little check right hook every now and again. But he just wants to jump in. And when he jump in, he throws wildly. He leaves himself open. And he ain't that athletic enough. He ain't that quick enough. And he ain't got that much power to be doing that. He needs to find a way to, use his, his nice little, his footwork to kind of close the distance, put the jab. His jab is pretty good. It's okay. Put the jab on Linares and shoot the left hand behind the jab. The straight left hand, because Linares is a conventional orthodox fighter. So that left hand should work for him. And then he just needs to, stay, when he's in the inside with Linares, he needs to stay there and work a little bit and work the body, let his explosive hands get off. But Linares is just needs to be Linares in this one. He don't have to be aggressive in this one. He can just, go side to side, use the jab. This guy's going to come to you and kind of jump in. And all you got to do is counter him. And if he's able to counter this guy with a straight right hand, an uppercut, maybe some body shots when they kind of tied up on the inside, he should be able to stop this Gusta kid, in my opinion. I don't believe Gusta's ever been stopped, though. But how wild he is and the power and the speed, or at least the speed and the power that Linares got, I think Linares should be able to stop him. But Gusta is very dangerous as well. And Linares is not on his P's and Q's. Gusta carries some power. And he could, shock Linares. And like I said, Freddie Roach is very familiar with Linares, and he's very confident in Gusta getting the job done. And we see what Gusta learned, and we've been learning since that loss to Vasquez. Vasquez was able to, go side to side, box him, be the matador to his bull, and able to outpoint him and pick and choose his spots. I see Linares doing similar things. Linares I don't think he's as lengthy and tall as Vasquez, but he's a better puncher. He got comparable speed, probably better speed, and he got a lot of skill as well. So I expect this to be a good, entertaining fight. We'll see what Gusta's learned from, his past fights, but I believe Linares is the better technical fighter. He's a faster fighter, probably the more just as powerful puncher as Gesta. I expect Linares to score a late knockout, and we'll get into the final thoughts a little bit later when I see the weights and the weigh-ins and stuff, and talk about how they looked at the weigh-in. But I know this is not a glamour card as far as big name versus big name, but it's definitely an action-packed card. HBO this Saturday night. Be sure y'all tune in because I'm trying to tell you, it should be action-packed with Matisse and Kyram and Linares and Gesta. I think we might get 2 knockouts. I'm pretty much predicting 2 knockouts. I already did the Matisse and Kyram breakdown prediction earlier. I'll leave a podcast link to this breakdown in the description, and you go to the Straight channel, get all the live shows and breakdowns we done did so far, and subscribe to the podcast. Appreciate it, everybody on this grind, just subscribing, liking the videos. We about to get the day rolling real quick. It's the Boxing Clinic. It's your boy CJ Goodfella, and we always gonna be active and throwing videos out there, not just any BS videos. We want to throw some good content out there, and don't forget the links. The tech channel. I'm about to drop a couple tech videos this weekend, and the Facebook page. Join the Facebook page family, and we gone.